Before this video starts, I just want to say that it is fucking hot, my guy. Anyway, moving on. So welcome guys to a new Shinobi Striker video. So my last video, if you guys want to check it out, it is about playing defensive. And today I kind of just wanted to talk about strategy. So if you watch the defensive video, this will take a similar way that this is going to play out. But this is going to focus more on the strategy side of things and more of a thought process. Again, I won't be showing the full matches, but there is this first match that I do want to play that is fantastic plays from every single person. The enemy team, my team, beautiful plays. So let's get this show on the road. So straight off the bat, we're going to be versing a 4-stack here. They're playing rainbow, so 1 attack, 1 defense, 1 range, 1 healer. Whilst my team consists of me playing defense, my girlfriend playing healer, and 2 randoms playing attack. Sadly though, one of the randoms disconnect, which is the one on the far left, but it's okay because we make it work out. So my thought process at the very beginning was that Ray is going to be focused really heavily because most 4-stacks do focus the healer no matter what. So I'm going to be using Karma, Flame Formation, Cooling Breeze, Time Space Hop, and Bring Down the House. I don't have Minato's Jutsu, otherwise I would use that here, but for now we're just going to have to deal with Karma. Though I don't really mind Karma, I think it's a hit or miss, but I do like it. It is pretty good. It's different from Hazan Strike anyway. As for Cooling Breeze, well, when you're in Time Space Hop, that will basically take them out of it, which is very crucial here. The Flame Formation came in clutch quite a bit here as well because it provides a shield for the teammates around you in a certain radius, so that helped a lot. Also, if an opponent hits that person with Flame Formation, they get a knockback. As well as the knockback, they do lose a little bit of health. Now, Bring Down the House, quite a questionable choice, I agree, but a viewer did recommend this to me on Twitch, WaveRex TV by the way, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of slept on it a little bit, but it did come quite useful here, which surprised me in fact. So right now we're obviously losing, the enemy team's quite aggressive. So as you just saw, my teammate got killed, then Rhea got killed, and now it's my turn. A range type with Summoning Blade Dance is quite annoying to deal with, I'm not gonna lie, because if you're already hit with this, you can't get healed basically when there's that little tornado around you and your healer uses cellular extraction. You're not gonna get healed, it doesn't matter. So sadly I was the last one remaining, and unfortunately I got hit by that and I'm dead. Dealing with 4 people on a combat battle is a bit difficult, I'm not gonna lie. People's gonna say, oh, I can deal with 4 people. I honestly don't know. You can run away, but defending against it and having a method against it, yeah, you could run away, but would you rather bring them to your healer, or would you rather just deal with it and die anyway because you're already low health anyway? Personally, I might just die because the range type has Summoning Blade Dance anyway, so even if I was to get to my healer, the Summoning Blade Dance probably could hit me anyway and I wouldn't be able to even get healed. So in this match in particular, I do use a lot of sensory information, especially when I'm versing a 4-stack. So my sight and my hearing, this is why I always have like the character voices really high so I can hear what's going on with everyone else in my team. What's funny is that the enemy team has the same voice as Rhea's voice, so I was kind of getting a little bit confused between the enemy and Rhea. My attacker that just did the level 3 is very, very smart. He's very, very good, and he's very, very smart because he knew that the attacker on the enemy team was going to focus Rhea. Now the range type also focused Rhea, so I was pretty much on them most of the game as well as the attacker. So it was a nice balance between the attacker on the attacker and me on the range. Obviously we mix match between people. I sometimes hit the defense, I sometimes hit the healer. However, the defense does change to range though. I thought it was interesting that he changed to range from a defense because I felt like maybe they were missing some DPS, but in fact they were missing some defense. But he did have Flame Formation and he was flaming quite well, but I don't think he was focusing on the right people because they were jumping Rhea and they were probably just saying in the VC or whatever, I don't really care, that hey, we gotta jump Rhea, we gotta jump the healer, blah blah blah. But it's not necessarily always the choice because if you're leaving just the healer, you're going to miss out on getting the DPSs as well. Now my role, I said this in the previous video as well, is not solely just to go for kills. I'm looking out, I'm hearing things, I'm hearing out from my teammates, and I need to pay attention on who's getting hit and protect them. I just need to hit them once or twice. I don't need to go for the full kill, and that's not my job. That's why I think Cooling Breeze is a really smart move to do, because even if the whole team has Time Space Hop, you can get them in pretty much a circle and use Cooling Breeze and bop, they're all stunned. They're all in a stun animation and anyone can ult, anything like that. They're out of that sub. They're out of Time Space Hop now. They're very vulnerable at this stage. Any stun animation is really good because there's no input for a block or anything like that. and especially when their sub is being removed, it's so good. I really like that bring down the house jutsu ultimate that I did just before against that range, because they tried to do their ult whilst I did my ult and it kind of just one-shot them. Even if they were just a little bit of health, I didn't want to sacrifice my teammates getting hit more or possibly dying and not use my ult at a good time here. Not only that, but the attacker did use their ult too, but I think I stood in front of my teammate, but it still hit us a little bit, but it didn't fully kill us. This is the time where the defense changes to range. So this game is like a lot of mixture between movement as well, movement and changing on to the locked on target, backflips, dashes, all that stuff is going on right now with me, with my teammates, with the enemy team, everything. Now don't get me wrong, their attacker is really strong, but he is really focusing on our attack, and he could have focused more on to Rhea personally, because the range type was focusing Rhea, but I don't feel like there was enough DPS from the attacker and the range working together. That's just me critiquing them from my perspective. This is no hate towards anyone, this is just a critique. Obviously no one's perfect, and in this moment it's hard to think on the top of your head, I'm not gonna lie. Saying this over a video when I'm rewatching it, it's like, I can understand why they probably did this. It's probably because our attacker was on their ass, so it's probably frustrated maybe, I don't really know. Maybe the attacker was just on his ass the entire time. I mean I couldn't watch everyone, you know, but like most of the time I just saw my attacker go for that attacker, so I don't know, whatever was going on. My critique for myself, since I critiqued the enemy team, I'm going to critique myself obviously. My combos weren't hitting, so every time I pressed the light attack it wasn't hitting now, so I need to properly lock in and focus on that, and I wasn't timing my karmas correctly, as well as probably being better with my flame formation, as well as not missing my second bring down the house jutsu. I missed it completely. The first one, nice, but the second one, terrible. I guess I just wanted to use it because they were all gathered up and my attacker did his ult already, so I kind of just wanted to do it my ult as well, but unfortunately it did not work out the way I wanted it to be. And that's just how it is. That's sometimes just how it goes. But I'm not gonna lie, that was a really good match between everyone. No bad blood between anyone. It was a really, really good match, and it's probably one of the best matches I've had in a while. What's also funny is that at the really end of the match, the attacker changed to healer. I was like, why? You were really good. I don't understand why you chose to be healer, but okay. Moving on anyway, let's get it. So this clip is really small, but I think it's really smart. Activating Sharingan before using the ult, and this guy uses his ult. I don't know what is coming over me, but I think I'm just growing 10 new brain cells after this. Alright, so this match is kinda maybe a little toxic of me, but it came in handy into some degree, because these people were really, really irritating. I'm gonna use Sharingan, Oboguruma, and Kodo. And since I'm using the Black Crane, I cannot use tools or substitution. However, the Sharingan will let me use my substitution anyway. Again, I'm playing with my girlfriend and two randoms. Now, I thought my defense was going to be bad, but in fact, they came in clutch. Their Minato jutsu came really handy, as well as their Vast Dark Heavens ult. Forgot to mention that I'm also using Asuma Knuckle Knives. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, oh my god, you're using Asuma, Oboguruma, and Sharingan, come on now. But I'm gonna keep it a buck 50 with you. I think the claws are much more worse than Asuma, because Asuma got nerfed, and the claws, you can still do the infinite claw exploit, and you can still use lag to your advantage to use a claw combo. I think that is just, I don't know. I do use the claws sometimes, but I don't know. I think people take the Asuma Knuckles as a threat and more of a higher threat than the claws, but I don't agree on that. Because you will if you think Asuma is worse than claws or claws are worse than Asuma. It doesn't really matter. This is just my opinion. From a perspective standpoint, I really do think the claws is worse than Asuma. The Asuma combo can only do so much when you're jumping and then heavy. It can only do it now about like, what, 4 or 5 times now? And the claws can continuously over and over and over again. I think it's a bit too much, and I think people don't realize that the claws are much more worse than Asuma. But let's not make this into a debate, yeah? So let's get back into the video. One of our teammates is using Freddy's Bullet, and I'm just loving it. I love when this is being used from randoms and using it to an advantage. You just saw someone get killed whilst trying to do an ult by Freddy's Bullet. Now come on, who doesn't want to see that? A little bit of a clusterfuck between Kodo and Izanami, but it worked out, I guess. It didn't really hit anyone, I don't think. anyway, in this match I'm playing attacker obviously, but I'm not as a good attack as I was a few years back. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I think I prefer defense type, to be honest. I like playing defense, I like playing tank, I like having the most health, and I like playing just protector really. Since we already had a defense on our team, I thought might as well just try to play some DPS. DPS now though is really reliable on killing someone. You know what I mean? It's kind of like a standard. You gotta kill someone, you gotta one-shot someone. Oh, you can't one-shot a healer, you're bad, you're a bot, blah blah blah. I think that's so sad of the community to say those type of things, because if you want to play a DPS, then play a DPS. You shouldn't have these standards above your head saying, oh, you gotta one-shot the healer, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. Just play and have fun. That's what I take it as anyway. I used to be a very competitive person, a really sweaty person. Yeah, I play sweaty builds here and there, but I don't really consider myself to be that person anymore. Like, oh, you gotta one-shot the healer. No. I don't really care anymore. You just have fun with it. Just play your game, because this, you bought it for whatever price you did. You don't have any standards. Like, you play however you want to play. And if you can't one-shot someone, well, fuck it. It doesn't matter. Who cares? I'm not gonna throw any shade around here, but I see people sharing videos like, oh, here's a new one-shot, or this, or that. Is that really fun, though? Like, I can't tell. Like, as a competitive person and from competitive scene, I don't know. I can't see the fun in one-shotting. I like being creative personally. I mean, if you guys like one-shot stuff, I mean, I can make some one-shot stuff if you want, but it's like, I don't find that fun. I don't find that appealing to me personally. So I'm not gonna lie to you guys, but this healer straight up disrespected me, okay? I got a little heated. I'm not gonna lie. I shouldn't have, I admit it, but they teabagged me in an ult. I'm like, no, don't do it. But I was like, okay, you want a little slice of dice, okay, bet, say less. I wouldn't take it personally, love, I really wouldn't. And that's what I mean, it's like a standard, like, oh, you're supposed to be an attacker, you can't even fucking kill me, like, get good, pussy, like, come on now, I'm just having fun. Though I did kill them, and I did have to give it to him, like a little, just a little teabag, you know, just a little show them, look, don't fuck with me, you know, don't let the beast pull out, you know. I'm kidding, by the way, I don't really care. Alright, enough of this teabagging nonsense. Let's go over to the next match. So we got a little base battle going on here. I got Petrifying Jutsu, Kamui, and Karma. I waddled my way over to B base because everyone was fucking dying, but I got you, homies. Let's see what happens. Basically, my build is basically I'm gonna stick here, okay, and I'm gonna heal myself whilst I do it. Not only that, but I'm also gonna charge my jutsu in your face. Okay, I'm gonna charge it, I don't care. So these guys didn't really have anything to counter my stuff with, so it was like an easy capture B and stay on B. It wasn't like anything difficult to do. I think if they had more, maybe a range type, again, I say range type because they are quite useful in these situations, or maybe even a defense. They could use Susanoo armor or bat me out of here, you know. I didn't really have any struggle here, to be honest. I had healing, I had Kamui, Purple Lightning for super armor, and Karma if I needed it. It wasn't as bad as how I normally play because sometimes I use mud wall, so I couldn't really say that there was a strategy here. I just stood here most of the time. I was like, yeah, I'm chilling. I think it's just jutsu choice really. So if you can't like deal with someone like this, like myself with Kamuis, etc., try find something or have a build ready that has a Kamui takeoff, like such as Flame Lightning or something like that. This healer had Chakra Scalpel, which I just watched now, and he will remove my jutsu and whatever. So it was quite smart to use, I'm not gonna lie. I think the timing would have been just better, you know. Attacker just tried to level 3 me as well whilst I was in Petrifying Jutsu. Now I'm gonna be protected in Petrifying Jutsu. There's a lot of ults that take away Petrifying Jutsu, but level 3 is not one of them. Whenever I play strikers, it's mostly just with Rhea, and I don't really play with anyone else, so I always have 2 randoms on my team. So I suggest maybe just trying to find a friend or something like that that can play a certain role that you like. And if you don't have any friends, well, come on by. My Discord is now officially open, so you can find people for PC and PlayStation whenever you need them. I also do commissions for emojis, thumbnails, and just general art, so if you guys are interested, just please let me know in the Discord. And yeah, I really do appreciate you guys for coming by and leaving me a watch. Maybe leave a like if you may, subscribe if you like. I do upload weekly, and yeah, thank you guys for so much for watching and being involved. I really do appreciate it.